Good part of the day, dear students. Today's topic is first impression, how to make a good first impression. Okay, let's start with PowerPoint presentation on the topic. First impressions. First impressions have a significant impact on the future of a relationship. In a first impression, the person you are meeting is trying to answer for themselves two basic questions. Are your intentions good? Are you competent? Some people seem to have a natural charisma that leaves no doubt about these questions. For the rest of us, there are some simple steps to take that improve the chance of making a mark in any first social or business meeting. First part is preparing ahead of time. We must think ahead of time. We must be careful ahead of time and prepare questions and talking points, talking issues. What we are going to talk about, what kind of questions we are going to give. Before you go into your first meeting with someone, think about what you want to learn from them, and what you want them to learn about you. This will help you to get clear about your own thoughts and feelings, and cut down on the possibility of a dull moment in the conversation. For a job interview, research the company ahead of time. What kind of company it is? What kind of products they produce? What kind of international links and relationship they have? And what are their future perspectives? Such kind of questions help you to know much more about the company you have applied for. Um, and these things will show you are serious candidate who has really considered and what it would be like to work for this company or firm. If you are meeting someone whose work you admire, take the time to find out more about them. So you can ask relevant questions, dig deeper than the average fan. Next, set an intention. Have a clear answer to the question. What do I want from this meeting? What do I want from this conversation? When you have your own goals in a meeting, you are more likely to be pursued as someone who is mature and competent. It also helps to ground you in situations where you may be nervous. Your intention should be something within your control. If you are applying for a job, intention, I want to get this job, doesn't give you specific course of action. Instead, try setting an intention like, I want to emphasize these three qualifications that I think make me the best candidate. This is something that it's within your power, will be more helpful as a guide for you during the meeting. It means that from this second point, you must have a clear understanding, a clear intention, a clear, a little goal, what you are going to get from this meeting, what you are going to get from this job interview. Next. Sorry, develop your personal elevator pitch. Elevator pitch is a short summary of who you are and what you do. It's not just for elevators. It should be no more than 3 or 4 sentences. It should be able to roll off your tongue with ease. Practice in front of a mirror or with your friends or family members until the pitch feels natural, not rehearsed. It means that you must describe yourself in 4 or 5 sentences in a clear, in a brief way, and it mustn't be rehearsed. It must sound natural, and it must be to the point. Be ready to adjust your speech for different people and situations. It means that you must describe yourself to job interviewer. You must describe yourself for any people who are engaged in social issues. Next. Look your best. How you look really matters when meeting people. You will want to choose your outfit based on the context of the meeting. So how you dress for a job interview will be different for how you dress for a punk show. Dress Dress to easily stand out or blend in. Great first impressions can be made both ways, and your answers to this question will depend on what your intentions are. Your own comfort level. Easy way, pay attention to the details of your outfit. It means that if you are going to a job interview, if you are going to for interview to be admitted for a particular university or institution, it means that your outlook, your clothing must be formal compared to other types of interview. How you look isn't just your clothes, it's also your car, house. Gives them a good cleaning. If there's a chance the person you want to impress will see them. Pay attention to your mood. You could be dressed to the nines, but if you're having a terrible day, it will probably also show and affect your face. It means that beside this clothing, beside this particular formal dresses outfit, you should have a positive mood, positive attitude towards this interview, this meeting. If it's possible, avoid having to make first impressions when you're really feeling low, when you are not feeling good. Identify stakes of the meeting. In a job interview or encounter with someone you may never meet again, the first impression might be your only shot at connecting with the person you are meeting. It means that in other cases, like meeting your co-worker on the first day of a new job, moving to a new town or city, you may want to simply be friendly, let your capabilities demonstrate themselves in the next days or weeks. Try to schedule the time and the place of the meeting. If you have the ability to do so, either suggest a place and time that works best for you and your partner, or come to an agreement with the person you are meeting about what works best for you both. Keep in mind, remember that the environment of your first meeting can have a big influence on your mood, your stress levels. If you're preparing for a date, pick a place where you see both you and the person your partner. Your date will feel you and your date will feel comfort. Pick a time of day that allows you to prepare it beforehand. Relax a bit afterward so that you aren't rushing from one thing to the next. Second part is being engaging during your first impression. How to make continuation when you meet a person and when you begin first sentence in a meeting, during the meeting. During the conversation, greet people appropriately for the context. Greet people appropriately for the context. It means that when you are being interviewed, you must greet formally. When you are going to meet your partner from your work, from your first job, or you are going some kind of agreement, or you are going some kind of a mutual agreement, you must use some kind of appropriate forms of greeting. In many business situations, handshake is important, but there are different customs for greeting in different countries, in different cultures. If you are unsure about how formally you should greet someone, err on the side of formality. It's better to appear polite and professional than to assume a higher comfort level than the other person is ready to allow. Next, smile. Smile can have a remarkable effect on people, even to the point of allowing them to overcome their own racial and gender biases. They also decrease your own stress levels, even they feel forced at first. It means that smile shows that you have a warm attitude towards your partner, towards the person whom you are meeting, whom you are making conversation. Next. Communicate, interact with body language. Use your hands, use your eyebrows, use your whole parts of your face in order to make a good impression. Whether you are aware of it or not, your body language is communicates. Your body language is communicates, tells things about us to others. You want to appear confident, comfortable in your own skin and like someone with at ease around. Make appropriate eye contact. Be aware of any nervous habits you have and work on breaking them, on giving up them. Practice active listening. Active listening is skill for really engaging with what others are saying, allowing them to feel like their thoughts are heard, understood, respected, evaluated. If you are planning what you are going to say next while another is talking, you probably aren't listening very closely. Focus on what they are saying, what they want to make clear. Ask questions that will allow them to elaborate, to make deeper explanations on their thoughts. Keep them interested. When you're speaking, pay attention to the interest level. Be ready to adjust your approach to keep them engaged, to keep them interested. If they're distracted by something that seems interesting, see what has grabbed their attention. Remark on it. Think what kind of ideas are, what kind of ideas attract them, and try to remark on them. Don't try to force them back to you. Move them with the flow. Speak with an ease. Speak easily. Share whatever they're interested in together. If there is nothing obvious distracting them, they just seem to be elsewhere, this might be a sign you are talking too much. Try asking them a question. Leave them wanting more. If you have a great connection with someone during a first encounter, don't be afraid to say goodbye for now. If you really connect, ask to exchange contact, swap numbers, mobile numbers, exchange contact info, send a follow-up text or email about how nice it was to meet them, to see them and have a conversation with them. It was some tips how to make a warm impression on people. And now let's move deeper. Let's move on. And here are some kind of extra materials related to the topic, somehow related to the topic, I suppose. Here is a text. How teenagers hang out. Chill out. How teenagers spend and stay in touch with their closest friends, a study of attitudes of US teenagers aged 13 to 17. And here are given 4, 5, 6, 7 paragraphs. And here are given 9 options, 9 list of headings. So you must choose these headings in order to find a heading of this given paragraphs of the topic, how teens hang out, stay in touch with their closest friends, a study of attitudes of USA teenagers ages 13 to 17. For example, A is done, A is given 5, popularity of internet friends. Now, turn to B. Many of those who have a met friend online say they spend time with their closest friend on a regular basis online, which is somewhat higher than the 41% of teens who haven't not met a friend online. While this doesn't necessarily mean that teen's best friend is online friend, but it does suggest that a certain comfort with its internet is a certain comfort with interacting with friends and peers in an online space. Online space is a warm comfort zone for interacting. So B here is answer is here goes for B. It's 6. Importance of regular contact with friends met online. Next one. C. Neighborhoods are popular place for teens to contact with their closest friend. 42% of teens spend time around the neighborhood with their closest friend. Boys are more likely than girls who spend time with their closest friend in the neighborhood. Neither how old the teenage boys. This is the way says that this is where they regularly spend time with their closest friends compared with 36 of girls. The heading is about paragraph about neighborhoods, and here it goes with yes, here is 7. Yes, C is 7. Yes, 7. The popularity of neighborhoods. Next D. About a third of teen girls spend time with their closest friend at a coffee shop or shopping centers. Roughly one quarter of teens regularly spend time with their best friend at these places. Girls are as twice as, as likely as boys to hang out in these locations. 30% of teen girls regularly spend time with their closest friend. They're compared with only 16% of boys. Here is goes comparison of male and female use of commercial venues to spend time to hang out. 1 for D. Yes, and E. Next one. Frequent contact with close friends is facilitated by mobile devices. Social media teens today have much more ways to stay in touch with their friends than ever before. Beyond daily interactions at school, teens are increasingly connected by smartphone, mobile phones, social media, gaming, and internet. These new avenues of communication broaden what even means to be friend, changing how teens connect, how they share with one another. Here, the answer is how various media affected the frequency of contact. It means that beside the daily contact at school, teens interact with each other with a wide range of ways, as well as social medias, gaming, by video, and some other types of by smartphones, by texting, emailing. It means that various media, social media affect have an influence on the frequency of contact between friends. Paragraph E2. Yes, and now F. Mobile devices help facilitate frequent connections between close friends. Teens who have mobile internet access, whether through a phone, tablet, or other mobile devices, significantly more likely than those without this kind of access to be in frequent touch with their closest friends. A full 60% of these teens' mobile internet users are in touch daily with their closest friend, including 42% who make contact many times a day. This compares with 47% of those without mobile internet access who communicate daily with their closest friends, including 27 who do so many times a day. Focusing in on smartphone users, teens who have access to smartphones also are likely to be in daily touch with their closest friends. Some 62% of teens with smartphone access are in touch with their closest friend daily. 45 are in touch multiple times a day. Here is F paragraph. F paragraph is here. Impact of mobile devices on contact with friends. Yes, 8 is next one. G. Phone-based methods are overall the most popular ways teens communicate with their closest friends. Looking at the overall picture, texting comes out on top. 80% of teens say they use this as one of the three most common ways and they get in touch. But phone calls, the technology from analog era, second most popular method overall with 69% of teens citing is one of their choices. And then comes comes with 66% of teens who say social media in their top three preferences, while just 21% of teens noted gaming in their choices. Other communication methods, video sharing, blogging, discussion sites were cited by 10% of teens and less. 21% of teens say something else to any of three most common ways to get in touch with a closest friend. Right answer reveals that some teens use video chatting, popular iPhone service, FaceTime to get in touch with another as well as email. Here goes for D. Here is alternative means of communication cited by teens. No, here is the ranking of the most popular communication methods, ranking from the most used and the least used. The most used is texting, phoning, and some kind of social media. These three. And next, dear students, it was a reading part. Then at home, you should work with these questions related to the reading. Filling the gaps no more than 2 words from 7 to 10, and then 11, 12, and 13. There are given 3 sentences. You must mark them. You must choose true, false, not given. Working on the reading passage, and then pre-reading task 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. First, for task 1. Exercise number 1 is a language box. There are given 3 sentences, and you must find from what paragraphs they are taken. And exercise number 2, you must underline main verbs and in the text present simple, present continuous, and past simple verbs, verb forms from the text. And then exercise number 3, there are given descriptions of tenses, and you must find what kind of tense it is described here. Then exercise number 4, you must use these verbs in order to have a meaningful sentence. For example, a mentor helps new students integrate into university life. Fewer older people participated in social networking compared to now. Research affected the ways in which students were helped on the arrival at university. When I was young, my parents influenced my attitude to education, and always you must continue like that. Exercise number 5, you must choose 3 verbs from the exercise number 4, and you must describe yourself with these chosen verbs. And here is given a graph, and it is divided into some little parts, and you must describe them in a verb form. For example, from A and B, it's deeper. BC, it's fell and then leveled off. Yes. B, it's D. Sorry, plummeted. Then C and D. No, it's a B and D. From B and D, it's B. Yeah, fell, then leveled off. Then D, F, hit a peak. It will be D, F. No, it will be G, soared, balandarite. And just F, it will be hit a peak. You must continue like that. From these parts of, from these A, B, B, C, and D, you must describe these parts with verbs. Then, exercise number 2. Some words or some parts of a sentence are underlined. You must remove these parts and you must replace them with these verbs that are given in exercise number 1 from A till J. For example, dropped, this was followed by a period of stability. It can be replaced as fell and dropped and then leveled off. It means that 1B. And second, number reached a high, reached a peak. It can be J. You must continue like that. The number or the amount of money spent fell slightly, then quickly recovered. Fell, then leveled off. No. Then for 3, here it will be H. Yes, dipped. Visitor numbers to the website plunged in the first quarter of the year. Plunged and plummeted. Yes, it will be the plummeted. Visitor numbers to the website plunged in the first quarter of the year. Plummeted. Oynadı. Çıkardım. Shadow ve text olarak çıkardım. Increases steadily over the year. Book purchased increases steadily over rose gradually. It will be E. 4, 5, yes. 6. The number of students applying to the university stabilized over the decade. Stabilized, стабильный холотикada. Remained flat. C. It will be yes. Remained flat. Стабильный. Çıkmadan düşmeden. You must continue like that. And now, writing task 1. For this one, here is given the graph below shows the results of a survey among online adults on their use of various social media in the US between 12 and 15. Summarize information by selecting meaning these main features, make comparisons where relevant. Here are given 5 options of social media, such as including Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. From this graph, you must use words describing some kind of decreasing and increasing points. You must use hit a low, hit a peak, fluctuate, dip, soar, decline, rose, plummet, remain. And you must use verb form or noun form of this. For example, something decreased and there was a decrease. Something rise, there was a rise. So you must use noun or verb forms. If it's possible, then I suppose it was the end of today's session, today's lesson. Have a good part of day. Have a nice day. For the time being, see you later.